"Nice jacket, Grandpa. Did the thrift store throw that one in for free?" The laugh that followed wasn't just loud, it was cruel. It echoed off the food court walls, where two teenage boys stood snickering in front of an old man quietly eating his sandwich. He was seated near the corner, alone, shoulders hunched in a faded olive-green field jacket that looked like it had survived more than just time. The stitching was worn, the fabric fraying, but on the sleeve, nearly invisible to most, was a faded rectangular patch. One of the teens leaned in further, mocking. "Man, what war did you lose?" The old man didn't respond. He just folded his napkin, eyes low. His hands were calloused and steady. You could tell he had the kind of silence that came not from fear, but from knowing far more than he let on. The boys laughed again, high-fiving each other. A few passers-by looked up, then quickly looked away. No one stepped in. No one said a word. Until someone did. A deep voice rang out from behind. "Cadets, at attention." The teens turned, confused, until they saw him. A tall man in crisp military dress uniform, chest full of medals, boots polished to a mirror shine. He wasn't just a soldier, he was a general. The badge on his chest read Brigadier, General Holloway. He stepped forward slowly, eyes locked on the two boys. "Did I just hear you mock a veteran's uniform? Do you even know what that patch means?" One of the teens stammered, "We didn't know he was—" "No, you didn't ask," the general snapped. "That's Task Force Mustang. That unit led the incursion into Fallujah, took the hardest losses. That patch was earned under live fire, door by door. And judging by the wear, this man didn't just serve, he led." The food court went quiet. Holloway turned to the old man and saluted. Not a small gesture, not a polite nod. A full, respectful military salute, sharp, exact, and unwavering. The old man looked up, stunned. Slowly he rose from his seat and returned the salute. A single tear traced the edge of his weathered cheek. The teens looked frozen. One whispered, "Sir, we didn't mean to disrespect." The general interrupted, "Respect isn't something you mean, it's something you show. And today you failed." Then he turned to the crowd. "This man wore that patch in the dirt while you and I were still learning how to ride bikes. He served so you could laugh freely, so you could be foolish safely. He doesn't owe you a word, but you owe him a world." Someone began to clap, then another. And before long, the food court was filled with applause, not for the general, but for the quiet man in the corner. The man who said nothing and carried everything. The teens mumbled apologies before slinking away. Holloway stayed a moment longer. "What's your name, soldier?" "Master Sergeant Bill Carr," the old man replied softly. "Retired." "You're never retired from honor, Sergeant," Holloway said. "You just carry it differently." Before walking away, the general turned back and added, "And sir, don't ever stop wearing that jacket. The nation needs reminders like you." Bill sat back down, sandwich untouched, but heart full. That jacket, once mocked, was now a badge of pride again. Not because someone gave it value, but because someone remembered what it already meant. So never underestimate quiet people in worn-out clothes. The ones who say the least often carry the most. Respect isn't about flash or fabric, it's about sacrifice. And before you mock someone's past, make sure you understand what they gave up so you could enjoy yours. Have you ever seen someone treated unfairly, only to later discover their quiet strength? Or been reminded of the unseen sacrifices someone around you carries every day? Before we end this story, let us know in the comment where are you watching from. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop a karma in the comments to honor every hero who never asked to be called one, but wore their service with silent pride.